And so we ran around with people. Oh God, it was absolutely terrifying. We ran around, dragging them upstairs, pushing them into places.
There's an interesting edit here in that the face of Bo used to speak to me telepathically there.
Oh.
And now we just have it that I just remember.
Oh. Did he speak to you telepathically?
There was a groan or a moan or something.
That's probably when he was dying, and then I just... Also, the really confusing thing is that was Ward 7. This is Ward 26. You've actually... But which no one gets on screen at all. Remember that we have really complicated reasons for having two different wards to shoot things in. And now, when you look at it, don't make any sense at all. There's just Ward 26. That was Ward 7. Why was that Ward 7? There was a really, really
I
good reason.
can't remember now.
No, it really made logistical sense because there's a slight design difference between them, and we wouldn't have certain actors on certain days. You could only do them on Ward 7. It was maybe you couldn't get Frau Clovis and the Duke of Manhattan or something. Oh, whatever.
Well,
I can't remember.
It seems like a different place. We run off and come in somewhere else.
You suddenly put your jacket on, though, don't you? It's like
well, I'm doing. I did it in pieces.
We had to put that little shot in of
That's
Anna.
Nice.
And that's the voice of Bo.
Yeah, it's played by an actor called Struan Roger, who I first worked with in when I was producing a series called Sea of Souls for BBC Scotland, and he played an abusive father of this girl who had been murdered, and he was a suspect.
He does a lot of voice stuff, doesn't he? He's one of the beautiful voices. I've done radio with him.
Yeah, it's very striking kind of voice.
Perfect for Bo, really.
Yeah, it's a wisdom and kind of something really nice in it.
Lovely chip.
The way he holds himself, the way he runs, it's great. It's all very
clever.
He thought through every kind of element of it.
And the beautiful henna patterns the script said, about which they are.
Yeah.
I'm a walking doodle, he says. But
Such a lovely design and colour.
And it's odd, it's so odd. It doesn't quite make sense in a really alien culture way, and I think it's lovely.
I love it. I really like it.
Look, Rosie's back, hooray.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, there'll be people online getting off on that moment.
She's still got the Wonder Bra on.
Quite right, too. Paul Zoe Wanamaker gets impersonated by everyone. It's like...
We all loved it. We were all lapping it up.
Asking for more money. And this is where now the missing scene that was filmed, there was a camera fault, a genuine camera fault, has happened sometimes, is it's just a bridge between this scene and the next one where they took the Doctor and Rose took Chip back outside to look at the city, and it's evening and the sun is setting over the city, and it would have been beautiful. And it's just sad. He's dying, and they ask about the future of the human race because the Doctor says after this Earth there'll be another one, and then another one, and it's just telling because it's not Chip, it's Cassandra that the human race will never die. And there's a very nice bit about does Rose say to you, where does it end? Where does the human race end up in the end? And you say, I don't know.
It goes
I don't
on.
want
There's another
to know.
one after this, and
I think we have got it recorded from the monitor on tape, so but it's unusable. But I think it would be so interesting on the DVD to bolt that together as a missing scene.
I asked Gillian as well because it was confidential recording that day. So
we must do
be.
it. There's we've got it on the monitor tapes.
And then at the end of that, the Doctor said, he referred back to No Second Chance. He said something like, I know I said no second chances, but there's one more thing I can do for you. Yeah. And he mixed to this scene.
Yeah.
Because in Chip's, Cassandra's earned it a little bit more than she has at the moment. She has at the moment. It's so surprising.
What I only noticed recently, I hadn't noticed it any time I'd read the script or worked on the script. I think it was the second time I watched this through. When he says you're beautiful, and earlier she says that was the last time anyone told me I was beautiful.
She creates herself.
She creates her own myth.
Because I do think also that she's surrounded by beautiful people here. Oh, I love this. She's surrounded by beautiful people here. This man dies in front of her. No one helps her. And like from that moment on, she thinks, actually, you're all vile. Something happens, goes wrong there. They all run away, and she's left all alone with a dying thing. And I think and that's the last time she was told she was beautiful. I think she created herself, actually.
It's true. I think you'd really get a sense that everything changed.
It went wrong that night. And that's why she then models a clone of Chip on the man she saw that night all those years ago. She said that's my favourite pattern because that's the last person that told her she was politically dumb. And how beautifully do they both play it?
Yeah.
Look at her. I mean, just brilliant.
It's brilliant. And the most brilliant design thing here is that splodge of black on the floor that looks like Chip's cloak is huge. You know, like there's a black splodge, so it looks like the witch in the Wizard of Oz melting almost. That is so clever.
It's really beautiful.
Oh, we love our own work. I do love my own work. I'm sorry, it's marvellous. Hooray!
Quite right too.
It's brilliant.
And you're both sad.
This was my first day in that costume.
Was
it? It was.
Oh, because you'd been in your gym jams?
Because we've been doing the Christmas episode, the gym jams. And that.
Of course.
And you give such a hard look here. I love that look. You're not like going, oh, isn't it sad?
No, well, because he's got a very complicated reaction to what he thinks about this.
Yes, it's not easy. She's still a killer. She killed all those people.
Absolutely.
Oh, and that missing scene, didn't it refer to Platform 1, didn't it? He said you still killed all those people.
Yeah.
Here and on Platform 1, that's all your fault.
Yeah.
And that was nice. That was the only proper mention of Platform 1 on it. It's like, oh, well. Next week, however...
Here's episode 2!
Hooray! Best episode in the world!
I always remember you saying to me, do you know what, I've decided what episode 2 is. It's Queen Victoria, a werewolf, and Kung Fu monks. I howled with laughter. I said, well, I watched that. And that's exactly what it was.
And then you devil, added the Kohinoor. That's what took me a week. Was that giving it away?
Is that giving it away?
Well, you'll have to watch.